another amazing week is about to come to an end.
And since we started it with you, we're ending it with you as well, which is just the right way.
Yeah, very good morning to you this beautiful Friday. And welcome to the feel-good edition of Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Yomi Owokwe.
And I am Mary Bashua Alimi. Stream us live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. And of course, that's all our social media. And then use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah, when you send in your comments on our social media platforms,
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we hope you know that our app is available for download in any Android or iOS store to watch us on your mobile devices from absolutely anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, we're going straight to this morning's highlights. Lots of stuff that's going to be happening. We have the convener of Miss Ability Pageant joining us on the show to talk about the beautiful work that they are doing.
Yeah. And from that, we bring you music from singer Magix, who will be performing his new track, Problem.
Also to join us later on the show is Doing It crooner, Go Kellet. He will be performing Joe Fumi.
Baby, let me give you something. As you know, I can't explain. You just the boss of my bread.
From the House of Mena, the CEO of Haminat, Aziz, will be joining us. Talk about some of her fashion inspirations this Christmas celebratory period.
And then...
For dance performance, we also have the Ultimate Dancers dance crew coming up on the show.
All these are green and it's beautiful. We're right about the riverside.
And then we have joining us for a chat, Nigerian singer and songwriter Johnny Drill. That is so sweet. Now they are husband and wife. C'est la vie.
I like how they do it in ads,
Yeah.
in adverts. You just transit seamlessly.
Reality is a different ballgame.
It's okay by them, but you know, people, different strokes, different folks. I don't want to put out. So you know, there's been a whole fanfare about them. In the same way it was with Banky and this one. I know it was from movie to real life. You know, wedding party. Yes, no.
Those guys in the video.
Yeah. So it was like Banky, and
Teddy and Bam Bam.
Oh, that's
so,
them.
Yeah.
that's
So it was like Banky and this one from movie to just real life. Just like a fairy tale.
Got married. They got married some weeks back.
Wow.
They are now married from reality show last year to reality. But you know, there will always be rumor now that they were probably seeing each other before the reality show.
Right, so they're not to the move.
Love is love. It doesn't matter how it happens. I beg you.
Why would those conspiracy theories come up? I don't know, man. But I don't think so. I think it was all developed in the house. If some of us know some
Exactly, because they will have friends now, and people would know. So it's not like I'm not sure it's not something. It's something that you'll be able to hide.
Some people struggle to believe in true love. They struggle to believe in love at first sight.
True.
They struggle to believe that somebody can meet someone today and decide in 2 days that is their husband, which is one of the cases that is going on now.
Okay,
this lady, Vanessa MD, and Rotimi, the power guy.
Okay.
I don't know if you caught the story. So Vanessa MD is a singer. And she and Rotimi have been dating for a while now, but they've been keeping it on the wraps, though they've been sharing photos of being at the same love sports and stuff. And then earlier in the week, she granted an interview and stated that she knew within 2 days that Rotimi was her husband.
Oh, wow, okay.
And people were like, Nasu.
Okay, so you see, love at first sight, I would disagree. I think it's not... Okay.
Love at first sight.
See, okay, so it's possible or not. You know why I feel so? Because people feel love is more than just... Love is not a feeling.
Yeah.
Love is a choice. Do you understand? So yes, it's possible you can choose, see somebody and make a choice.
Love is a choice.
You know how a lot of people say...
It is a choice. It's not a feeling.
You know how...
So I'm a love guru today. Love is not a feeling.
Love is a
Yeah.
choice.
Those butterflies, that adrenaline is popping.
So send in your questions and
It doesn't
comments
always run,
and
no.
emails to the Love Guru. Right
The love guru here today.
Mike
It's a
Mesicano.
choice, man. It's a choice. So yes, it's possible. At first sight, you can just see and make a choice. Some people have made a choice. This is what this woman said. The first day, just saw her, and they've not spoken to her. I would say, this is my wife, because why?
Exactly.
They chose
a lot of guys
Guys have that. They just
Because
chose
they
to.
choose to.
Yes, they chose. It wasn't because of there was one thing that ding ding ding.
We have to go to the news now, and Kemi's on standby for us. Hey, Kemi, was it love at first sight for you?
I love that answer.
Good morning, everyone. In the news at this time, the South-South Caucus of the All Progressives Congress has passed a vote of confidence on the party's national chairman, Adams Oshiomhole. It also wants the zonal working committee to set up a reconciliation committee to complement the work of the National Reconciliation Committee in Rivers and Edo State. The reported feud between Mr. Oshiomhole and the governor of his native Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, is believed to have been one of the reasons the meeting was called. The Deputy President of the Senate, Ovie Omagege, was unanimously chosen as the political leader of the South-South Zone.
Reconciliation committees to complement the work of the National Reconciliation Committee in Rivers State, Edo State, and Cross River State. That the leadership of the caucus of the South-South Zone do unequivocally pass a vote of implicit confidence on the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole.
Back in the northeast, the Air Task Force of Operation Lafiya-Dole has killed a number of insurgents, destroying their hideout on the fringes of the Sambisa forest in Borno State. The spokesman for the Air Force says credible intelligence was instrumental to the success of the operation. A video released by the force shows more than 30 terrorists spotted near a large building surrounded by smaller structures. The location was subsequently engaged by the attack aircraft, destroying some of the structures and killing the insurgents. Others who attempted to flee the location were also killed in mop-up operations. A Kaduna High Court has denied bail to a man accused of duping a retired Major General of thousands of dollars. Yushau Mohammed Kebe is being arraigned by the FCC on an 8-count charge of criminal conspiracy and breach of trust, to which he has pleaded not guilty. It says the money was mutually agreed for investment in real estate, as correspondent Tessa McKendy reports.
Lawyers stepping out of a session of the Kaduna State High Court. They were before Justice Darius Kobo.
Okay.
20 million has been paid.
Yakubu Abbas is counsel to Yushau Mohammed, the defendant in the suit, who is being accused of duping a retired Major General in the Nigerian Army to the tune of 120 million naira.
Because I'll be writing.
The complainant is alleging that in 2006, while in Sudan on United Nations military operations, the defendant, who is a childhood friend, convinced him to invest in projects he was handling.
150.
He says he found through inquiries that the money was diverted by the defendant for personal use. But counsel to Yushau Mohammed says that's not true.
120 million.
He says there was mutual agreement for the money to be invested in real estate, and the properties are there to show.
My client's position is simply that he has a simple investment contract with the nominal complainant, Major General Kasim Abdul Karim, which he is now turning into a case of criminal breach of trust. Meanwhile, when he recalled this money that he invested with our client, which is principally with his companies, in which he's just a director, he has started paying back up to the tune of 20 million naira, remaining 100 million naira.
The prosecuting counsel declined comments. The case has been adjourned to Monday, 2nd December, for hearing of the bail application. Tessam Akendi, TVC News, Kaduna.
Away from the north, Oyo and Osun states may be finally heading for a successful divorce from their joint ownership of the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology. Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, gave the indication when he inaugurated a negotiation committee to work out acceptable terms of settlement. TVC News, Olutayo, Famous Call, reports.
For nearly 20 years, the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology has been the subject of a bitter disagreement between Oyo and Osun states. But now, The Oyo State government is ready to take full responsibility of the institution. The state government announced its willingness to bring the funding challenges as well as incessant industrial actions to an end.
There's a strike ongoing right now, which is going into the second week. I personally think that it is unfair to the students, the lecturers, and the ancillary businesses domiciled in Ogbomoso that depend on the university.
A 5-man committee will now oversee the process of nipping in the bud the crisis that has stretched well beyond 2 decades within 4 weeks.
Your one job is to, in a manner of speaking, I hate the word, but you have to secure a divorce for us. We are ready and able to shoulder the responsibility of sole ownership of Lautech.
The job of this committee is not about Oyo State alone. The university is a universal entity. The engineering being taught in Lautech is the same engineering being taught in Manchester. We cannot afford to lower the standard.
Ladoke Akintola University was founded in April 1990 by the old Oyo State, but has remained a hotbed of rivalry since the carving of Osun State in 1991. Residents hope that the crisis, which has lingered for so long, will finally restore decorum to the institution's population of 30,000 students and 1,200 members of staff. Olutayo Famous Cole, TVC News, Ibadan.
And that's the news update this hour. Let's bring you the weather forecast for today.
We'll start off with the Punch newspaper then. Okay, Opera as Buhari makes fresh request for $29.96 billion loan. If by this time we're still borrowing and spending 80% of our budget on recurrent expenditure and overheads, it means we are not serious. That's coming from the NESG. Here we see 7 die, scores injured in Lagos gas explosion. It does look like the number of dead people are unconfirmed because another newspaper says 3 died. So, well, we'll see how that pans out. Customs blame DPR for illegal border petrol stations. Past government abandoned job-creating sector. That's coming from the president. Activists present to Senate 2018 judgment against criminalizing speech. APC disowns suits seeking 3rd term for Buhari. Well, he already said he's not interested in it. 9-year-old girl allegedly commits suicide in Benue. 8.8 million workers have pension accounts. That's coming from Pencom. Up here, Yuletide. Domestic flight tickets rise by 100%. Fashola blames bad roads on abuses by users. IPPIS, federal government cannot frighten us with salary stoppage, says ASU. Federal government deducts 35.51 billion naira from state allocations as bailout. Card reader, PDP knocks INEC, seeks Yakubu's resignation. And finally, our infrastructural needs outweigh oil earnings. That's coming from President Buhari himself. All of these stories and more on the front page and, of course, in the Punch newspaper today.
Yeah, the Vanguard, Friday, November 29th. Editors can, others rally against hate speech bill. And we have some other stories. Dangote, Elumelu, a 2-decade, 22 others bag National Productivity Award. You'll find those stories on page 5 and 14. Nigeria's pension assets hit 9.5 trillion naira. Will be tough on sex for mark lecturers. Governor Abiodun of Ogun State says 100 billion naira constituency projects, ICPC, Action Aid, NOA, now in charge. IPPIS reps wade into federal government ASU face-off, and 6 died, 23 injured in Lagos gas explosion. And finally, AFDB approves $210 million power project for Nigeria. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
All right, moving on to the Daily Sun newspaper now. It says gas explosion wreaks havoc in Lagos. 4 killed, 23 injured in Ajegunle. Showing photos of victims of yesterday's gas explosion on Aduke Street, Ajegunle, Apapa, Lagos, being evacuated to hospital after first aid treatment. Here we also see hate speech bill. Buhari wants to gag Nigerians. That's coming from Khan. It's undemocratic, Tambuwal says. Bill targeted at masses, lawyers without borders. Border closure, killing our people, businesses, Ogun communities cry out. NDDC board, Senate dares presidency. Lawan says will only recognize work with confirmed board members. Here we see Oni, Sanusi, Achebe for Anambra Reggae Music Festival. Sounds interesting. And finally up here, opera over federal government's fresh $30 billion loan request. Nigeria on high debt profile, says IMF. Request rejected by 8th Senate. All of these stories and more in the Daily Sun newspaper today.
I think we can take one more. The Guardian this Friday says Buhari seeks $29.6 billion loan. Says oil earnings, not enough. Eyes digital economy. Directs execution of ICT master plan. And Senate vows to recognize only new NDDC board. Why lawmakers should reject commission's budget by IYC. Interim team threat to Niger Delta peace, Isoko youths warn. And bloodbath as Iraqi soldiers kill 25 protesters. And lecturers divided over IPPIS enrollment in varsities. PNID gets 2 court rulings against Nigeria. And INEC's confession confirms rigging in November 16 polls, says PDP. And that's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard. And I think that's about all that we can take right now.
Yes, we will take a break and return shortly with traffic updates. Stay with us. Thank you for staying tuned. It is time for Lagos traffic updates on Wake Up Nigeria. We're about to give you tips on the best routes for you this morning to get to your destination faster. As always, we encourage that you help other road users by dropping relevant traffic situation reports on all our social media pages using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and perhaps sending that traffic a selfie as well. Today, it does look like you're going to need that traffic update. If you haven't left home and you don't have to leave the house, especially if you live around the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, Biko, stay indoors. It's not worth it. The traffic is bad. Let me tell you what it's like. Okay, so if you're coming from Abule Egba axis, it's very deceptive. You come out, oh, it's a smooth drive, pockets of traffic here and there. Just as you're approaching Ile-Epo, you'd experience a bit of traffic. Enough for you to brush it off. Pleasure bus stop, shortly after Ile-Epo, traffic. Pleasure bus stop, free-flowing. Getting to Yanopaja, light traffic. That is where you should start getting scared. I'll tell you why. So as you're approaching Yanopaja, that light traffic becomes a major gridlock. And the gridlock continues through the bridge and continues and in fact, it goes on for a very long time after the bridge, maybe for about 15-20 minutes. Still makes you feel like it's not bad. You know why? You instantly hit a freeway, and that freeway keeps taking you until you are about to get to Iyano. Now, don't be deceived. That Iyano traffic is not the one that just ends at Dokpemu. The traffic that starts from that just before you get to Iyano, that traffic is going to take you all the way to Ikeja. And I'm not kidding. So if you get to Dokpemu this morning, it's either you get your breakfast out or you buy your breakfast, because the traffic is serious tie-wrapper things. And that traffic is going to continue till you get to National. After National is when it eases out, becomes light, and then it will take you to the bridge. The bridge, just before you approach the bridge, just before you get to the bridge, it's free-flowing. Pockets of light traffic till you get to Oshodi, the usual arena light traffic till you get to the bridge. And of course, it's mostly free-flowing till you get to Mushin. Basically, it will take you about an hour, 10 minutes if you decide to still face it. But let me tell you what's happening. The road is being fixed right now. And so because the road is being fixed, there is traffic. There's a diversion. If you know that intersection just before you turn to go to either Agege or you just decide on your own that you want to pass one way, which you get caught for, by the way. Yes, that particular junction is where the diversion takes place. And so all road users have to go through the lane, the new lane, the one for the BRT. That's the one that all vehicles have to go through. And there is no turning. So the moment you enter it, that road is going to take you to Oshodi, to Bolade. That's where you can do your U-turn. So prepare your mind. It's either you avoid it and go through Agege, which of course means traffic in Agege. But it seems like the lesser devil this morning. All right, let's take a look at another route. But before we do so, I'm sure Mike and Yomi have updates for me. Guys, what's up?
Just a few stops here that I will just pick up from traffic butter.
Okay.
Okay, so somebody says 5 a.m. traffic already, 5 a.m., wow. And traffic on Western Avenue, leave home early. Well, that's too late now, so because it's 6:37. But truck movement causing a lot of traffic. So along Western Avenue, if you're heading towards Echo Bridge, all the trucks are really causing some gridlock there. There's only one single lane that people can drive through. So so you can imagine if there's just one lane and a car breaks down, that just totally ends movement on that side. So, try and look for alternative routes in that area. Otherwise, you have to be patient while you're on the road. Let me just see if I can take one more.
Okay, while you're looking for that one.
Yeah, I think that's what we have. So Western Avenue
Okay.
is a main traffic stop, and then of course Ojota bus stop as well is causing a lot of traffic right now. The roads are bad, but there's construction that is already taking place on that axis. So hopefully in the next month or so, it'll get better.
Now, you know, guys, they usually say the beauty of Fridays is less traffic, you can leave home late. Guess what? Hashtag wrong. Because the traffic is everywhere. So the usual routes for those going from Yanowere to Obalende, this morning is actually sweet, though. It's sweet. But if you make the mistake of going through the Yaba axis to connect back to the 3rd Mainland Bridge, as is sometimes the case if you're trying to cut down on traffic, you will end up spending almost 30 minutes extra. As a matter of fact, passing that route will take you an hour, 5 minutes. But guess what? Passing the 3rd Mainland Bridge itself will take you just 40 minutes. So it's a breeze this morning. Just pockets of light traffic on the bridge. The traffic starts just before you get to that intersection that connects those coming from the Yaba area, okay? And then it goes on to you're close to Obalende. Just as you're approaching the Obalende Bridge, the traffic lightens up. And don't worry, you'll be just fine. 40 minutes, easy peasy. Not like those on the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway this morning. Chai, I feel so bad. Anyway, I have to join the guys in the kitchen right now. And I'm sure there's something to gist about already. Mike, Yomi, Kilon Shele.
So we'll begin our gist a little bit on a sad note with the gas explosion in Ajegunle.
Yes, I saw something yesterday, and I was really, it was very sad. It was very sad.
People were rushed to the general hospital, various degrees of burns. And there are conflicting reports on how many people died, but there are people who died immediately after the explosion. There were casualties. And there, of course...
was it an industrial explosion or a domestic explosion?
I gathered domestic, I gathered industrial.
Okay, well, people that sell gas, they're not industrial. It's just that they put too many gas canisters together.
Okay, But in this regard, I would call that industrial.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Because it's not in the house, I would say.
Yeah, so once you have 2, 3, 5, 10 gas canisters together. That's an accident waiting to happen, especially if they're old canisters. There are lots of canisters that are being used now that should have been discarded like 5 years ago or 10 years ago, but people are still using it because, to buy a new gas cylinder is like, what, 25 or 30,000?
Yeah, if you want to buy the 5.5 is about 12,000, 11,000 to 12,000.
Yes, about that.
So when you think of the cost, but guess what, the lifespan of a gas cylinder is actually written on it.
Okay.
It's actually there.
It's written on it.
It's written on it, and people don't know.
So have they found out, has there been some sort of investigation?
Well, of course, it's still kind of fresh, so investigations will definitely be ongoing. We won't know for sure just yet.
And condole with anyone who lost family or friends there. That's quite very sad.
And I'd also like to what do they say now? Commend. That's the word I was looking for. LASEMA, that's the Emergency Management Authority. They were on ground, they moved in, they had enough equipment and enough emergency equipment to also take care of those who had so they treated people on site, which is not something that you would often see.
Exactly.
Most of the time what you see is that they're just dragging people who are with hanging limbs and all of that. In the old days,
they were better
I saw some people that were already treated before they even moved into the ambulance,
which is standard international practice. So you treat them on site, stop bleeding for those on site, the ones that you can stop on the side there. In fact, those that need stitches, you can stitch them on site before you move them to the hospital, because there are many people who die on the way to the hospital from bleeding. And things like that. So kudos to them.
I was going to even talk about the hospital situation, but let me just quickly talk about this gas thing. So I found out something recently. My sister went for this school church function. And that was where she discovered that some people prolong the lifespan of the gas in your cylinder. Guess what they do?
Wow.
So when the gas stops working, they get a big bowl of water, put the cylinder in it, and it can last for days, as if there's still gas in the cylinder. Now, I would like us perhaps one day to bring an expert to see whether there are any dangers to that. But believe me, putting the gas cylinder in water extends will I say the lifespan of the gas inside?
Don't listen to me.
Please don't try it though. But I'm just saying that we need to actually bring an expert.
I think it's just simple, probably just simple physics. It's
I'm sure
less
it's
dense.
simple, yes.
So the gas
comes up, it rises up. That's what happens. It's not like there's additional gas that's manufactured.
No, it doesn't.
Because what happens is that probably when it gets on and over, you can't take it up. So maybe with water.
As in for days it will last. It was shocking to find out. So back, okay.
Yeah, so for me, I would want to say something. A lot of things are not optimal in the country. We know, but you see, as much as a lot of hope is lost, when things happen like this, like he mentioned, when you have an emergency service doing their job right, the most we can do, or the least we can do, is to commend and encourage. It's bad. We know it's bad. So we just need all the light at the end of the tunnel that we can get. So I would want to go back there, LASEMA and all that, the emergency services. Well done, thank you. Big shout out there.
Yes.
I mean, let's encourage these people so that
those guys
they get to do more like this. If we have, because accidents will happen.
Yeah.
Whichever way.
People will fall ill.
You understand? So it's all about recovery, salvaging, and management and all that. That's what will help us.
I'm quite impressed. I don't know who's managing that service, but the response time, the equipment that they have, their vans, their ambulances. They're different. They have this fluorescent green color, and it does very.
The hospital management service itself is doing very well. I witnessed something just earlier this week because I had to go to the hospital, and while there, a lady was brought in, an SS patient who was very pregnant, and she was very feeble. Now she was attended to. The doctor spent 4 hours trying to stabilize her. And it's something that before you would see the patient probably just lying down on the floor. Madam, no bed. Yes, there was no bed, but there was still that first aid given to stabilize her.
You just took me to another place now. What is an SS patient doing with the kid? But let's just...
Bro. In fact, we should probably talk about the next couch. A lot of things are happening. I had to tweet about it, but let's take this break, please. We'll return shortly.
All right, sure.
Welcome back. Well, they say you can find goodness in everything if you look hard enough. And Yetunde Tanimo is the convener of the annual Miss Ability Pageant for ladies and girls with special needs. Now, the aim of this pageant is targeting and empowering, of course, and encouraging them, these young ones, to be all that they can be. And it has also proven to be a platform for raising awareness about issues related with disability. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
This is an amazing work that you're doing. Give us the history, a little bit of history on this project.
Okay, started in 2007.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yes, it's actually a long time. So the first project was 2007, like I said, and what really inspired me was there's this area that I stay, and there's this beautiful girl, this outside beautiful girl. She's always in a wheelchair, and every time I go out, I just see her on the wheelchair. The only thing I see is just, wow, this baby is just too beautiful. You know how you just see a girl like she's 12, and you see her on the wheelchair, and you're like, wow. You know, and after I left the area, I just keep seeing a picture in my head. I'm like, okay, so what is this thing all about? So, and I found out that I'm always attracted to kids that maybe if you have 5 kids and I have just one child with special needs, I'm like, I go for that child.
With special needs.
You know, so this idea just came up, like, okay, I like a bit of fashion. I'm not really the fashionista, but, you know, a bit. So I said, okay, I can actually do something for these kids. I mean, it's my own little way of doing something for them. So we came up with Miss Ability Pageant, which is a pageant that encourages these kids. So for you to be part of the pageant, we encourage that you are able to do something, you know, like have a talent, a skill, yeah, okay. Maybe you want to dance, you can make a... So our last winner, Aggie, she emerged a winner. There are actually 2. She had Down syndrome, and she became the winner. And we've been trying to push her to do something which parents want her to do, to learn a trade.
Right. So it's really good. So it's beyond just physical beauty, because there are some of them who might not be physically beautiful, but they have unique talents that they can push forward. And this is really, really good for awareness. And so what are you trying to achieve? I mean, you have this program coming up again this year on December 7th.
Yes.
And tell us what you're trying to achieve and what you want people to know about disability.
Okay, so basically for us, we want to show more awareness, because I discovered that this society, they are not, when you see someone with disability, people like,
exactly,
they're like,
because they
you
don't
know,
want to be,
like, I'm like, hello, these kids are not like that because of themselves. You know, it's like someone with Down syndrome is just one chromosome that went wrong. You know, I just want people to show more awareness, show more care. I don't want pity. Don't pity these kids. It's not about pitying them.
Just show that you care.
Show that you care, you know. Show that, okay, yes, they can still do something even with their disability. They are only disabled, okay? Physically, like I used to say, physically, you know. So awareness and also for the government to be able to, don't turn them down, don't say, oh, because they have this, create opportunities for these people, create jobs for them. You know, that's what we're trying to say. Create jobs, create medical, I mean, you know, when you go abroad, these people are treated like,
exactly.
Like
they're treated almost like royalty, because, you know, they have everything special for them.
Exactly, that's it. So why can't we have same thing in Nigeria? So that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I want us to talk about, I mean, Tuesday is the World Day for people living with disabilities. And, you know, one of the things that you've complained about is lack of funding for projects like this.
Yes.
So what would you like government, corporate bodies, international organizations to do in order to support your projects and other projects that are related? Okay, so
I've been saying it several times that government, corporate organizations need to come together to help us. I mean, because we can do more. Our focus is in the next 2 years. It's not just Nigerian thing for us. We want to go outside the country to compete with other people outside the states, to compete with other kids. So for us, we just want the government to be able to set aside maybe some amount for us, you know, to help us say, okay, we want to fund this. Corporate organization, when we send proposal, please guys, help us, you know, because we keep on sending proposal and proposal all the time, but we're not going to stop, you know. We're
But
just
what do you
going
think
to
is
push.
the problem, though? Is it, do the corporate organizations feel like it's not something that aligns with their vision? Or
I think what happens most times is they feel, oh, their brands, the people are always like, oh, they don't want things like that to associate with their brand. And I'm like, okay, so, you know, it's just sympathy. It's empathy that you have on those people. Like, what about one particular company just say, oh, okay, we want to use this child for an advert for 2 months, as in keep picking two kids out of these kids. To just push you. No, it doesn't, you are made already. We already know. It's not going to reduce the people that will purchase your brands, or I don't want to call names, but it's not going to reduce the amount of people that will come buy your stuff, you know.
Yeah, on the contrary, it might even increase
it, you know, so that they will know that, oh yeah, you have empathy, you show concern, and you are part of, you know, the growth of the country.
All right, so talk to us about what we should expect for December 7th this year.
Okay.
I'm sure it's one of your biggest
yes, it is actually.
The biggest pageants so far. But talk to us about what we should expect on December 7th. Where is it going to be? What time? And how do you want people to participate?
Okay, so this year we're partnering with a school, Favor Audio School. They actually use the kids are deaf, but the good thing about this kids is that they use hearing aids, but they can talk. You know, and that's the exciting part. You see when you see kids using hearing aid, like they can still talk. So we encourage parents, people to, you know, early detection. That's also another awareness for us because we just pick different disability each year. So this year is going to be packed with so many fun. These kids are going to be performing. They're going to be doing walkway. They're going to be doing that. It's going to be fun. So it's December 7th, like I said, at Ejigbo. Favor Auditory School at Ejigbo.
Favor Auditory School in Ejigbo.
Yes, okay. Yes. So it's going to be 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Yes.
Wow, thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you so much for having me.
God bless you, because I know
Amen.
that there's going to be a lot more that you can do for the kids as well. And hopefully the right people are watching and they'll also provide support.
Thank you so much for having me.
For joining us. Now we're heading over to Mary right now, who's ready with Magics.
Yes, Magix is about to create magic. Adelabu Alexander, aka Magix, that's what it's called. And he started doing music at the age of 13 and went professional when he released his first single, Mirror. He is currently signed to Nature Entertainment and will be performing Problem. What is Problem about?
Basically, Problem is just a general song. It's a commercial song.
Okay.
Talks about everybody. And
so everybody's a problem to you?
How everybody, you know, how everybody own their own problem.
Aha. So everybody has their own wala on their head.
Yeah, so no matter what it is that you are doing, you have your own personal issues, you have your own personal challenges. So
I'll definitely like to listen to the lyrics of the song. So you know what? I'll step out so you can perform.
All right.
All right.
See, everybody get their own problem. And now so I get my own too. Anything them talk, me no send them. And if you like, you talk your own too. By the way, not your life, so not your problem. Be that though. Bye.
We are like the best of the rest of the world. You know why? Because Friday is our absolutely most favorite day, if there's any such word.
Yes, indeed.
But it's our favorite day of the week.
Yeah, you can be sure that happy hour always comes early here on the show.
Yeah, we just need you to tune in on time to catch the 3-hour cruise. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi.
And I'm Yomi Okwe. TC is on holiday right now.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Now, you're watching Wake Up Nigeria. We're streaming live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
So send in your comments across our social media platforms using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Yeah, we have an app also available for you to download both on the Android and iOS stores. And this app allows you to watch us from anywhere in the world.
That's right. We have a chef this morning. But the chef
Probably in
is still on
traffic.
the way. Probably stuck in traffic.
Probably
There's
in
traffic
traffic.
all over Lagos.
Yeah.
Except the Third Mainland Bridge, surprisingly.
But you're in good hands, guys, because Mary's here. So if the chef doesn't show up, we're going to get you some eggs and some
Everybody
flour.
knows Yomi makes the best French
Wait,
toast.
hang on. We're going to get you some eggs and
What?
some flour and tomatoes and
So
everything.
what do I make with it? Eggs, flour,
Just
tomatoes.
come up with something.
See combination, eggs, flour, tomato. Am I trying to make burger from scratch?
Just come up with something, whatever, I'm sure that it's going to be fine. But still to come on the show is another performance. If you liked Now Your Problem With That, you're going to like this next one as well.
Baby, come, let me tell you something. Baby, choo-choo, let me give you something. As you know, I can't.
From the house of Mina, the CEO, Haminat Aziz, will be displaying some of her creations and fashion inspirations this festive season. For a dance performance, we've got for you today the Ultimate Dance Crew, and they're coming up shortly.
There's hope for the future. We are blessed beyond words can tell. Our leaves are green and it's beautiful. We are right by the riverside.
And then we have joining us for a chat, Nigerian singer and songwriter, Johnny Drill.
This is day one of forever. We made it through. Nobody.
Some people can make you love. Anyway, let me tell you guys what's happening. So it does seem like everything is about to be packed into November.
Okay, so we know it's Black Friday first.
Don't worry, I'll still even get there.
For some
You have a discount today, by the way.
Oh yes, I'm going to give discount to anybody who asks for a discount, but only on one or
they have
two
to
items.
ask. You have to push it
No,
now.
do you know that some people have been asking me, how
Black
much
Friday.
is this thing? And then they'll say, okay, I'll get back to you. So today is that day you might
Because
get
I'm hearing
discount.
some Black Friday discounts up to 70%, so I'm hoping that you're also
My own
gonna...
is not up to 70%. Kilo day. Am I dashing it out?
I want to get something, you know what I want to there has to be discount, Mary. There has
We'll
to
talk
be
about
discount.
it. Don't worry. Let's not go there. Okay, so we're in the month of November, or rather Movember. It has to do with beds, keeping a bed or growing a bed. Yeah, so it's a Blue Christmas week. It started yesterday.
Nice, Blue Christmas.
Yeah, and it's going to end on the 30th of November, not 31st. So let's talk about what's happening today. Lemon Cream Pie Day, Maize Day.
Maize.
Maize.
Oh, okay.
Sinky Day, like some really crazy things happening today. Electronic Greetings Day. Throw out your leftovers day, which figures, considering the fact that it's Black Friday.
People
so you
still
have to
send
bring new
e-greetings. Remember how on Yahoo,
Yeah.
you would send a
Definitely.
Yahoo card and they say there's a card waiting
for you.
Then
And
you then
smile
click
and
on the
see-
link.
smile on his face.
You
You
click
can
on the
tell
link
him.
and then the link will take you to another page and
Exactly.
then the card will
Nah,
open
it's
up.
just you just post the person. There's no need for Christmas message. Once your post is okay.
And then it's your Welcome Giving Day. It's Square Dancing Day, Black Friday, as you said. And then, ironically, it's Black Friday Day, and yet it's Buy Nothing Day.
Buy Nothing Day.
Buy Nothing Day.
That person is looking for attention. The person that put it, that put that on that site.
He's looking
See,
for
Black
attention.
Friday. What's your opposite of Black Friday?
Don't buy anything.
Don't buy anything. Something worrying you. So people have been waiting the whole year for today. They don't buy anything. How do you?
Today is also Day of Listening. It's also Systems Engineer Day. It's my day as well because it's Chocolate Day.
Oh, Chocolate Day.
Yeah, and finally, Flossing Day.
Flossing.
Yeah.
Flossing.
Few people floss, but flossing is actually even better than using a toothpick.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It depends.
It depends on what.
Because some toothpick, where they will reach, some floss will not reach. Okay, sorry. Okay, toothpick, not chewing stick. You know, there's no chewing stick there.
oh, yeah. Chewing stick
All
is-
right, then. We have to head straight to the news. Kemi is on standby.
Thank you, Mary. Hello again. We'll begin with politics this hour. The South-South Caucus of the All Progressives Congress has passed a vote of confidence on the party's national chairman, Adams Oshiomhole. It also wants the Zonal Working Committee to set up a reconciliation committee to complement the work of the National Committee in Rivers and Edo states. The reported feud between Mr. Oshiomhole and the governor of his native Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, is believed to have been one of the reasons the meeting was called. The deputy president of the Senate, Ovie Omoagege, was unanimously chosen as the political leader of the South-South zone. Back in the northeast, the Air Task Force of Operation Lafia Dole has killed a number of insurgents, destroying their hideout on the fringes of the Sambisa forest in Borno State. The spokesman of the Air Force says credible intelligence was instrumental to the success of the operation. A video released by the force shows more than 30 terrorists spotted near a large building surrounded by smaller structures. The location was subsequently engaged by the attack aircraft, destroying some of the structures and killing the insurgents. Others who attempted to flee the location were also killed in mop-up operations. A Kaduna State High Court has denied bail to a man accused of duping a retired Major General of thousands of dollars. Yushau Mohammed Kebe is being arraigned by the EFCC on an 8-count charge of criminal conspiracy and breach of trust, to which he pleaded not guilty to. He says the money was mutually agreed for investment in real estate. The complainant is alleging that in 2006, while in Sudan on United Nations military operations, the defendant, who is a childhood friend, convinced him to invest in projects he was handling. And he says he found through inquiries that the money was diverted by the defendant for personal use. Counsel to Yushau Mohammed says that's not true. The prosecuting counsel declined comment. The case has now been adjourned to Monday, December the 2nd, for hearing of the bail application. The federal government has linked rising inflation to the border closure. According to recent figures from the National Bureau of Statistics, the headline inflation stood at 11.61% as of October. Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, admitted that the border closure contributed to the increase of food prices across the country. She says although the border closure is a temporary measure to protect the economy against trade malpractices by neighboring countries, discussions are still on to ensure trade protocols are respected. On the foreign scene now, U.S. President Donald Trump has made an unannounced visit to American troops in Afghanistan, saying the U.S. and the Taliban have been engaged in talks. President Trump met with the troops at Bagram Air Base on his first trip to the country, where he also met Afghan President Ashraf Ghani. The visit for Thanksgiving comes after a prisoner swap with the Taliban aimed at resuming peace negotiations. Mr. Trump also says the U.S. was substantially reducing troop numbers. Some 13,000 U.S. troops remain in Afghanistan 18 years after the U.S. intervention to oust the Taliban following the September 11 attacks. And that's the news updates this hour. Stay tuned for...
Anyway, you're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And I've got Chef Juliet. She's a new chef. And you know how it is with new chefs. You're being careful. But I'm very sure she'll be all good fun as the show goes on. So what are we making for breakfast today?
We are making plantain frittata.
Plantain frittatas. Okay, so what are we making use of?
This is green pepper.
Okay.
And I have my parsley.
Okay.
Tomato, fresh tomato.
Okay.
And my eggs.
Okay.
This is plantain.
Plantain, of course.
This is
sausages?
Sausage, chicken sausage.
Chicken sausage, yeah. Okay.
And this is my white pepper and season.
Mixed seasoning.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, of course,
onions and garlic.
And oil, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is sesame seed oil or is regular oil?
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the process? Run me through it. I know you want to cut up your onions. Go ahead. What's the process?
First of all, I will start with my green pepper.
Your bell peppers, okay.
Yes.
So what are you going to be doing with your bell peppers?
I will chop it.
You chop them, okay.
Yes.
Then after chopping them, what will you do with them?
I'm going to saute it with oil.
Okay.
Mix with garlic.
Okay.
So after mixing it.
Go ahead. So after you've sauteed it, you've mixed the oil with garlic, what do you do next?
I will add my tomato.
Okay.
So after adding my tomato, I will add my
your
sausage.
Sausages. Okay.
So after adding the sausage,
okay,
I'm going to add my
Bell peppers.
My bell pepper,
Okay.
which is the last one.
Okay.
So
that's for the egg part.
Yes.
You're going to put the eggs too, right?
No.
No eggs yet?
Yes.
Okay.
So after mixing it, I'll just have to put it at the side.
Okay.
After that, I'll pour it inside the egg.
Okay.
So mix it together.
Okay. Okay.
For now.
Put it. Then, of course, we fry the plantain on the side.
Sure.
Okay, maybe we should start with frying the plantain. Okay? So go ahead. You can cut this. So we start frying the plantain immediately.
Sure.
All right. So plantain frittatas. But there's a twist, so as it is, Chef Julia doesn't want me to let you know what the twist is. You'll definitely see it when next we're back at the kitchen. That twist will make you go, wow. Yes, mouth-watering twist it is. Okay, so guys, it's about time for us to bring you more music with Yomi and Gokelet. Yomi, what's up?
Yes, indeed. Now, you know, Friday is always very special on Wake Up Nigeria because, you know, we bring you the best talent in music and always great music. I'm looking at this gentleman here, and that's a Fulani hat, obviously, because I lived in the north, so I know what it is, and it looks very original. Where did you get this?
I got it.
Can you use your mic?
Okay, I got it in Barbage.
Okay, Barbage.
Yes.
Okay, so it was already imported. I thought you went to the north to get it.
No.
But let me just do a quick introduction of this guy. He's going to do us something very special this morning. His name is Adegoke Shalom, or Yegoke Shalom. And of course, he had his interest in music sparked when he joined the Young Believers Ministry way back. Now, his first single was Doing It, and after that, he released others as well. He recently dropped a groovy sound titled Jofumi. That's what he's going to be doing for us this morning. And that performance, looking forward to it. It's Friday, and so this guy, Gokele, is telling us Jofumi. Are you ready for us?
Yes.
Let's do it.
One more time, let me caress you one more time. Baby, you dey busty my brain. I be let you come my way, but you want to break my heart, oh baby. Just like Latino.
Welcome back. You know how it is. Thank you for staying with us. And EPL, we're going to take our preview of the weekend. Of course, sports analyst and journalist is in the house with me. Olamide, it's great to have you on the show, as usual. You're welcome. Okay, so I actually would have loved to have himself and me here because both of them have some sort of affiliations to Arsenal.
Okay.
But we'll definitely get to me and we'll be around next week. Now, it's big. Well, just before we get into a preview of games happening yesterday, Arsenal, of course, lost against Eintracht Frankfurt at home, and it was a big one. Like I mentioned earlier, that it's a matter of when, not a matter of if.
Yeah.
Arsenal is in crisis. It seems like he's lost the dressing room. It seems like the fans and the players don't want him there. How long should the board wait before they press the red button?
Okay, so on Wednesday during the press conference, he came out to say the Arsenal board was 100% behind him. But the truth is this: the board is not 100% behind him. There are rumors everywhere about them already seeking replacements for Emery. And his performances for the next couple of games would really matter. And yesterday's match was actually supposed to be some sort of rehearsal in regards to if Emery is going to stay. Many touting that Emery is going to lose his job today after losing at home to Eintracht Frankfurt. Yesterday. Of course, Arsenal has a terrible run right now. 7 games, no win. 5 draws and 2 losses.
2 losses, the worst since 1992, according to statistics and all of that. But then, in the best, who are the most available options now for Arsenal?
Okay, so most we'll talk about Massimiliano Allegri, the former AC Milan and Juventus coach. He's got a great pedigree. He's an attacking coach. Of course, most people have also talked about the former Arsenal captain, which is
Mikel Arteta, who's assistant to Pep Guardiola.
But the name that is now really in the mouth of everyone is
Nuno Espirito Santos.
Which of course we all know is the coach of Wolves. So I feel sad for Arsenal because really I don't see a replacement because if you look at all these guys, Allegri might be the most attractive option. However, Allegri is not also known for playing the Arsenal way.
The most attractive football. But hey, come on, man. Now you need the results. Tottenham with Daniel Levy and his what he had done with
Shrewd.
Mourinho. Sure, do you think that, look, man, he just wants to get the results. Tottenham will be up against Bournemouth this weekend. What are your predictions for that match? What do you think
Tottenham win.
Tottenham win because they're going to be at home.
Yeah, they're
Wonderful.
home. Tottenham
Wonderful.
win.
They're going to be at home.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Tottenham will be up against Bournemouth. Okay, some other matches that, of course, will be coming up this weekend. Newcastle will be at home against Manchester City. Burnley will be up against Crystal Palace. Chelsea will be up against West Ham. Of course, another London derby there. Liverpool will be up against Brighton. Southampton will be up against Watford. Norwich will be up against Arsenal. We'll pick up from that one. Wolves will be up against Sheffield United. Leicester will be up against Everton. And Manchester United will be up against Aston Villa. But Norwich, Arsenal, what do you think is going to happen? With the way the club is going to go, this is a Sunday match. What's going to happen?
Okay,
Norwich, Arsenal.
I think that's the first match on Sunday. Norwich, of course, started the Premier League very well this season.
Okay.
However, they've slipped down a bit. But then they have the X factor.
They do. They can come up with the goods at any time.
They are
out of the bag. Can
the
just pull
team
out the
that
rabbit.
actually beat Manchester City this season.
Exactly.
And they've actually, like you said, pull out the guns at the right time.
I mean, last week, which was like a shocker.
Exactly. And most people thought they are just there to add the numbers.
Okay.
But they've come into the Premier League to prove that they're not just the numbers. And remember, they have a very dangerous forward in the for Timu Puki, who scored about 6 goals already in the Premier League. So I really don't think this is a good time for Arsenal. I think, of course, they have a horrible away record. And going to play at
Norwich,
Norwich,
you can't
I think
bet
the best Arsenal could get is a draw.
Is a draw. You can't bet
and that's
Arsenal
if
winning that
Emery
match.
stays. Wenger back. We want Wenger back.
Wow. Whoever thought that day would come when Arsenal fans would say they were better.
Bring Wenger back.
With Wenger. This is like children of Israel and they say want to go back to Egypt. Oh no, man. All right, so interesting times, of course. Now Liverpool look like they are going into a very, very they are going into a very, very delicate part of the season. They have 2 off matches in December. That's talking about the Club World Cup.
Yes.
You understand? And Fabinho was just injured. Liverpool don't have the team depth.
A bench.
They don't have a bench. They don't have that depth to navigate this period. Do you think that by January, February, they would still sustain their title challenge?
Okay, so the same thing happened to them last season, whereby they were, leading with a lot of points. I think 9 points.
7 points.
7 points over Manchester City. And then the major issue they had was that they actually do not have a fallback. They don't have a bench. And what that means is that when the games are stretched and then there are lots of games to play, they're definitely going to be dropping points. Of course, you saw that they played a 1-1 draw at the Champions League on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So.
All right, wonderful. I wish we had more time, but hey, come on. That's all we can take on our preview of the games coming up this weekend. Hopefully, by next Friday, Emery will be out and you Arsenal fans will be happy. Thank you very much, Olamide, for coming.
Thank you.
Let's head over. Mary has a guest for us, fashion inspiration. Hello, Mary. Can you tell us what's up?
All right, thank you so much, Mike. As it is, we have Mena from Amina Aziz, that is the CEO of House of Mena, which is a fashion brand with a creative style. The brand caters to both adult and kids wears that are handmade. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Such a pleasure to have you. Looking so gorgeous.
Thank you.
You look like you're about to attend an event, some high-class event, and I'm sure you'll steal the show. So for how long have you had House of Mena?
3 years.
3 years now?
Yes.
Wow. It must have been a lot of work trying to keep a fashion house running.
Yes.
So do you focus more on outfits or on hats, or you try to do both
I focus on kids' clothes.
Kids' clothes?
Yes, I love kids. So I focus on kids' clothes and I focus on hair accessory.
Okay. Okay. So for you, children wears as well as hair accessories.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Let's take a look at our models, one after the other. Can we have our first model, please? So we take a look at what she means when she says she likes to focus on children wears. Classic example. Yeah, she's such a cute little girl. Okay, so tell me about this outfit.
So she's wearing a bomb shirt made with Ankara.
Okay.
So then there's a bag with it. Okay, with it. And then we have our Ankara accessory. Let me remove it.
Okay. Oh, so easy to.
It's very easy
put
to wear. Just put it.
Yeah.
Then we have the Ankara
earrings. Wow, she's a classy little girl. And then the bow.
Yes,
children love bows. Let me see what it looks like behind. Oh, nice.
Sometimes.
Regular bomb shirts. Okay. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you. Can we have our next model, please? She looks really good. Aha, yet another child. She looks like she's attending an event as well. Okay, tell me about this outfit.
So we're having a bomb shot down there now.
Okay.
Just called transformation. So I'm going to off it now. So this.
Okay. Oh, so she can.
Yes.
This is for an event. Then, if she just wants to go out.
I can also wear it.
Oh, you can also wear it. Okay.
It's up to it.
Aha. So it's a one size fits all or one size for slim people. Which one?
Anyone can wear it.
Oh, this looks nice. Okay. Oh, nice. Aha. And then she has the bomb shot as well.
Yeah.
The headpiece.
So this is fascinator hat. It has a brooch, silver brooch there.
Okay.
So this one too is very easy to wear.
Okay.
So you don't make hair, you can make wear it. It's cool.
So you don't need to have long hair to actually rock this.
Anybody can wear it.
Okay. So when you, for this now, do you have a special name for it?
Well, I call it fascinator hats. That
Just fascinator hat.
Yes,
so there's nothing like a lila fascinator or anything.
No,
just fascinator. Depends on what you want. Yes. Thank you so much, lovely. Thank you. All right, so let's take a look at our next model. Aha. Now this is not a child. Tell me about this outfit.
So she has only a fascinator.
Okay.
So this is a fascinator. It has base. So this is it.
Okay, so this is for people who don't have any hair at all. I see you did it like grade by grade.
Yeah,
nice.
this one has rubber, so you can just wear it.
She'll just wear it.
There is no hair, so that's why I made it like this.
Okay, okay.
It's very easy to wear, sorry.
So it doesn't matter whether you have hair or not. You can actually wear the fascinators.
No.
Oh, this is gorgeous. I love the detail on it. How long did it take you to make this?
I'm used to it though. So if I sit down here, I can make it within 10 minutes. I'm very fast. Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
just gifted.
You have an industry. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very nice.
So let me show you
let's talk about yours, which we've been raving about.
Like this one, and this one take me more than 2 hours.
2 hours to make this. I'm not surprised. Looks like a lot of work.
So this is...
Okay, nice. Oh, so this is another type.
Yeah.
This one
so
has
this is
the
Alice band.
Okay,
so
okay. So you just wear it on.
Yes.
And you're ready to rock that event big time. You also made the outfit.
Yes.
Okay. So what is this called?
This is jumpsuit.
Okay, just a regular jumpsuit.
Yes.
And then you can spice it up, or rather spruce it up with this.
Yes.
Okay, ready to attend that event, right? Ready to attend the event. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on the show today. Fantastic outfits you have. Fantastic stuff going on.
Thank you.
For this now, do you get all the materials in the market or you try to create them yourself?
I get everything in the market, so then I try to create it.
Okay. So it's just a case of you just sitting down, coming up with an idea in your head, and then
everything is about creativity. Like yesterday, I was thinking, what am I going to wear to this place? Or just sit down. Within that 2 hours, I was able to come out with this.
Aha. And you made this as well.
Yes.
So it's a case of making outfits that actually match, not just for children, but also for adults. But we focus on children, right?
Yes.
And of course, headpieces.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That's Amina of House of Mena. Fantastic stuff she's got to show us. We have to go on this break. Stay with us as Wake Up Nigeria. Welcome back to the kitchen. As you can see, quite a lot has been going on. A lot of chopping, a lot of cutting, a lot of this, a lot of that. We have Chef Juliet with us. She's a new chef, so she's trying to find a way through. How are you doing so far? Are you having a good time?
Yes.
I'm sure you are. Okay, so our plantain is currently cooking. Go ahead. We're about to show you how to make the frittatas, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get started on the frittatas. Let me move to this side so you can have access to make the frittatas on this side. Okay, so if you check your screen right now, you see the menu. The ingredients are there. Plantain frittatas, which is what we're having for breakfast today. Looks really exciting, isn't it? I believe you're going to make garlic bread at some point, right? Okay, so there we go. Yeah, so our plantain is frying here. Let's get started with the fritters, okay? So what do we need to do first?
The plantain will not be too fried.
It doesn't have to be fried. Okay,
Yes.
don't worry. You can go on with the fritters so we can get on with those. So what's the first thing you're doing there? Wiping the pan. Okay. So run us through the process. What are you doing now? You're going to pour the oil.
I'm going to pour the oil.
Go ahead. Pour the oil. So the oil has to heat up. Is it the olive oil you're making use of?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead. A little bit or a lot?
No, a little bit.
A little bit. Okay. Okay. So what goes in afterwards, as soon as it heats up?
I'll add the onions.
The onions?
Yes.
Okay. So we wait for it to heat up?
Heat up.
Okay. So what are the ways that one can serve this dish? What are the ways one can serve it? What do you add, say, for a side dish? What are the things you could put in just to give it an extra pizzazz, so to speak? What can you put to it? Do you put maybe like chicken in it? I know we have sausages. Are we cutting the sausages into the eggs? Or
Yes.
we are cutting it into the eggs? Okay, okay. All right.
Well, actually, if you want to add chicken
Okay.
to your own taste,
It
you
doesn't
can.
really matter.
Yes.
Okay. So it depends on what you want. And then, of course, you get exactly how you desire it. I think this is hot. One way to find out, just put a bit of onions, of course. No, it's not. Okay. So we just wait for it to heat up. So first, we're going to put the onions. What goes in afterwards?
After onions, I'll add my garlic.
Your garlic?
Yes.
Okay. So after the garlic, what
I
goes
will
in?
add my tomato.
please. Tomatoes?
Yes.
Okay.
So after the tomatoes, I'll add my sausage.
Okay.
After the sausage, I'll add my green pepper.
Okay.
So
So
after
it doesn't
that,
seem to be a very difficult meal to prepare.
No, it's not difficult.
It's not, okay. So, of course, it should be ready in a few minutes. I think the oil is hot now. I think it's heating up, but go ahead with that. So the plantains are just on the side. It's not as if we are putting the plantain inside. Because sometimes when you hear plantain frittatas, it means the plantain is going to be in the egg.
Yeah, on top.
It's going to be on top, right? So it's going to be like kind of like a pizza, right?
Yes.
Aha, now I get it. Now I get it. Fantastic. Okay, so that's what we're having for breakfast this morning. I know Mike really wants to be here, but he has to give us what's happening in the cinemas in a bit, so he cannot be here. So we're putting in the onions. Yeah. So there we go. Oh, nice. So we don't need this oil anymore.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll just put it aside here. Okay. So you're gonna let this build the aroma. Okay. So when the aroma is out, you add the garlic, right? Okay. So onions first, then garlic. So this is going to go, the entire process takes less than 20 minutes, especially if you have everything prepped.
Prepared, yes.
Okay. Okay. You have to whisk the eggs.
Yes, I'll
How
whisk
are you
it.
going to season it? You're putting
I will put the meat seasoning inside.
And the white pepper? Is the
and the white
going in?
pepper, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after that, I'll now.
Could you season it so we can see how much mixed seasoning and white pepper you're going to put inside? That's a lot of white pepper. Okay.
It
Really good
depends.
for folks who like spicy food.
Spicy, yes.
Yeah. And then the mixed seasoning, okay? So that's enough for the eggs. And then you whisk it. So you did say you're going to put in the sausages as well?
No, not yet.
Not yet, okay.
Yes.
So the sausages are going in just before the plantain. Okay. So whisking going on. I think I should help you with that while you whisk. I know this has to be continually stirred. Is it ready for the
Not yet.
garlic now?
No.
It's not?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, let me transfer this here so I can put this up. Okay, so but we are not frying this on its own.
We are going to fry it.
So we are frying it on the side as
Yes.
well. Okay, so it's going into that oil.
No.
Inside here
With
as
it, with the veg.
Oh, so we are not going to put it raw in there. We're going to fry it first before putting it in. Okay, makes a lot of sense so it can cook properly. Okay. It's still not ready for the garlic, is it?
It's ready.
Okay. I don't usually wait this long. Maybe that's why I'm like, okay. But of course, every day we learn. A great way to make sure the onions aroma is quite strong, yeah, in the meal. So with the garlic again, the long process, how many minutes of stirring?
Let me say 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. So another 5 minutes. Okay. And then what goes in? The sausages?
No.
Okay.
The tomato.
The tomatoes. Is it ready for the tomatoes now?
Yes, it's ready.
Oh, it is. Okay. Go ahead. I'm not quite sure if my side eye is deceiving me, but why do I feel like Mike just walked into the kitchen? Maybe I'm saying things, because I know Mike is supposed to take the movies in a bit. So I'm not quite sure why he will be here. Yeah, I was sure I didn't see him. Must have been my imagination. Yeah, so we just keep stirring like...
Stirring it, yes.
Aha, I should have known. You are just what? Mike? Mike, are you not supposed to tell us what's happening in the cinemas?
I'm just
Mike, what are you looking for here?
Cinema is not running, don't worry, calm down.
Cinema is not running. Ah, I don't blame you, I blame Olamide.
Please, this dodo, is it okay? I just want to... Hello, chef. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mike in front of Dodo.
So this dodo...
That's Mary in front of
Is it well arranged?
Mike,
okay?
Stop speaking in tongues and leave that place.
I just want to ensure that...
Ensure what? The Dodo is well friend. Mike. Okay, so I keep stirring this. What happens next? It has to really cook, right?
Not that really cook.
Okay. Is it okay for you? Or I should keep stirring?
It's fine.
Whoever doesn't thank me for cooking this morning is going to hear it though.
Are we frying the sausage?
Aha, so we have colors. Nice. Okay. So I keep stirring.
Yes.
What goes in next?
Sausage.
The sausages, okay.
Ah,
and I know you're
well
almost
funny.
through the sausages. So it's after the sausages we pour in the eggs, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's like a blow-by-blow account of what happens.
These two people, they're very professional. They're just I'm not here.
We are going to ignore you because you have finished our plantain.
I know finishing plantain is plenty now.
It's only, okay, so you want to promise me it's only one you've taken so far?
I didn't even take up the one.
Mike Messi,
I don't take up the one now. Just to...
This is
Okay.
my,
make sure everything's
my
going on
pepper.
fine.
Okay, so more black pepper in there.
Yes.
Besides the one in the eggs. Are you going to put seasoning in this as well?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy, this looks really good already.
Yeah, you...
Oh, you're putting in the sausages now?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so why don't you come here so you can do this? Since you don't have to cut up anything. Mike, second one. Even the camera has cut you. You can't lie. Professional. Let me not say anything. Okay, so it does seem like we're going to let our chef finish with the cooking, put in the eggs, and have our frittata ready, plantain frittatas. In the meantime, however, we have a performance. And it's Gokelet again.
Yeah, sure. Drop
I
it in
wonder
like
what
it's hot.
Gokelet has for us this time. Gokelet, what's up? Kilon Shele.
One more time, baby, you dey bust in my brain. I be let you come my way, but you want to break my heart, oh baby. Just like Latino, you find like Latino. You make me speak la Latino.
Well, 2 hours is gone already, but we are still here helping you to usher you into the weekend, if you know what I mean.
Luckily for us all, it's what we like to do. Welcome again to the feel-good edition of Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mary Bashra Alimi.
And I'm Yomi Ope. Get online right now if you have to be out. TVCentertainment.tv is the website to go to. and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Now send in your comments. We would like to hear from you. We would really, really like to hear from you. And kindly use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Yeah, you can also download our app, both on the Android and iOS stores. And this app allows you to watch us from anywhere in the world.
Okay, so moving on to the highlights then. All right. From the ultimate dancers, we have a dance performance coming up very shortly.
There's hope for the future.
We are blessed beyond words can tell. Our leaves are green and it's beautiful. We are right by the riverside. Whoa.
Yo, green, white, green, green, white, green, green, white. What? Green, 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 green.
Hold on. I remember I was watching one of the campaigns.
And then of course, we'll take a look at movies that you can check out.
Which you spent time eating plantain on.
I think it's plantain, no?
You were supposed to be doing movies, Mike.
Me,
You
eat
have to come to the
plantain.
kitchen.
So, do you fry plantain? You don't fry plantain before you do the food. Do you fry dodo and keep?
Yeah, we'll finish.
You don't fry dodo and keep.
I must be an award winner.
Are you okay?
No, I'm kidding. I'm very serious.
You don't fry dodo
I must
and
be
keep.
an award
Do you
winner.
do that? How do you do
I
that?
can fry plantain and not touch it.
But like dodo get very cold now. Like it should be, like there should be a little bit of heat now.
Yeah.
So if you fry it and keep for a long while, it will get cold.
Mike, when you want to eat beans,
Okay.
you are cooking your beans. The
Beans
beans is
and dodo.
almost ready.
Idea for this weekend. If you're going to visit me, there's
you
beans
now
and
fry the
dodo.
plantain, but the beans refuses to soften up when you are tried it. What do? When you serve the beans, you press the plantain in the middle, and then you eat it. It's gonna get warm again.
Okay, so I'll cook beans this
You
weekend.
just gave me an idea of
I'll cook
and
beans this
plantain.
weekend. Either plantain or potato.
Sweet
Because the
potato.
last one I
Make it sweet
bought,
potato.
I found that potatoes they don't stay so long.
No, they don't stay so long.
What do you mean?
Like they don't stay. No. I mean to cook. I mean like when you want to store them.
Okay, yeah.
I bought some.
It depends on where you...
I kept it for like 2-3 days.
When did
It
you
got
keep
too
them?
soft.
Dry, make sure that it's...
On the floor.
Cupboard. Yeah, floor.
Yes, that's
it was
the
on the
best
floor.
place to keep them, on the floor.
On the floor.
On the floor.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as
But,
it's not
so I kept
damp.
it for like 2-3
If you
days.
you kept it in the cupboard that water had access to, it will even start spoiling inside.
That's what happened.
Yeah, so maybe it was damp. So keep it in a dry place.
That's what happened.
See the way we analyze it.
dry place.
Wow. Because sweet potato
Store
and beans,
in a
the combination
cool,
is
dry
not
place.
here. The cool,
it
dry
makes
place,
sense.
man.
Yeah.
So is the fridge okay?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
You could try, and then you tell us what happened.
Okay, so if you're going to put anything in the fridge for storage, whether beans or anything that is either beans or potatoes or anything like that, you put it in something like a newspaper or like a big envelope.
Okay.
So that keeps it dry, and then you put it in a nylon bag.
Yes.
And then you can store it in the fridge.
And then some people don't even know that we keep some medicines in the fridge in hospitals. They're actually specialized refrigerators.
For yes, definitely. I've seen that in a lot of
yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when the medicine doesn't work, it's probably because it was kept in a freezer instead of a fridge.
All right.
Which
That's Let's head over to Kemi now, who's on standby for the news.
Thanks a lot, Mike. We begin in the South-South region where the Caucus of the All Progressives Congress has passed a vote of confidence on the party's national chairman, Adams Oshomole. It also wants the zonal working committee to set up a reconciliation committee to complement the work of the National Reconciliation Team in Rivers and Edo states. The reported feud between Mr. Oshomole and the governor of his native Edo state, Godwin Obaseki, is believed to have been one of the reasons the meeting was called. The deputy president of the Senate, Ovie Omoagege, was unanimously chosen as the political leader of the South Zone. Back in the northeast, the Air Task Force of Operation Lafia Dole has killed a number of insurgents and destroyed their hideout on the fringes of the Sambisa forest in Borno State. The spokesman for the Air Force says credible intelligence was instrumental to the success of the operation. A video released by the force shows more than 30 terrorists spotted near a large building surrounded by smaller structures. The location was subsequently engaged by the attack aircraft, destroying some of the structures and killing the insurgents. Others who attempted to flee the location were also killed in mop-up operations. A Kaduna High Court has denied bail to a man accused of duping a retired Major General of thousands of dollars. Yushau Mohammed Kebe is being arraigned by the EFCC on an 8-count charge of criminal conspiracy and breach of trust, to which he has pleaded not guilty. He says the money was mutually agreed for investment in real estate. The complainant is alleging that in 2006, I should say, while in Sudan on United Nations military operations, the defendant, whose childhood friend, convinced him to invest in projects he was handling. He says he found through inquiries that the money was diverted by the defendant for personal use. Counsel to the accused says that's not true. The prosecuting counsel declined comments. The case has now been adjourned to Monday for hearing of the bail application. The federal government has linked rise in inflation to the border closure. According to recent figures from the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, the headline inflation stood at 11.61% as of October. Minister of Budget, National Planning and Finance, Zainab Ahmed, admitted that the border closure contributed to the increase of food prices across the country. She says although the border closure is a temporary measure to protect the economy against trade malpractices by neighboring countries, discussions are still on to ensure trade protocols are upheld. And that's the news this hour on Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome to the outdoors. Wake Up Nigeria. You know it's Friday. It's all about music, dance, fun stuff on the show. And now I've got the Royal Ultimate Dance Crew right here in the garden. And, you know, these guys, they're young guys, just about to get into school, but they're doing fantastic things. And hopefully you're not going to get into school and forget all this your talent. So I've got Emeka, I've got Joshua Bright, and Daniel with me from the Royal Ultimate Dance Crew. Now, Emeka, talk to us. Tell us about this group and what you guys are hoping to achieve through dance.
Good morning, everyone. This is Royal Ultimate Dancers. Our passion for dance has been a very, very great moment for us. Like, we've gone so many tough times, so many hard times, like, you understand what I'm talking about. So, depends how you achieve what you want to make yourself happy.
Really good. So you guys are going into school and hopefully you take your talent with you as well and win more guys to join your crew. Maybe you guys, when you come back, you'll be like 30 doing some fantastic things. Anyway, so what dance are you going to be doing for us today?
That's like a performance of Nigeria, this thing. We want to mix it together.
Okay.
Then excess love together. They want to express our love to God through
music and dance. That's really good. Expressing your love to God. You know, so you guys are rooted and grounded. Rooted and grounded in church. Yeah, that's this guys. Anyway, so they're going to be doing something special for us right now. The Royal Ultimate Dance Crew. Take it away, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Arise, O compatriot. Nigeria's call obey.
I believe in Nigeria, and I believe in your future.
Activation. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Do it now.
This is not a dream, but a new beginning.
Thank you.
Your love is kind.
And so you find in these last days
Your love is patient.
a very remarkable move of the Spirit of God
You fill my heart
that's prophesied
with so much peace and joy.
in the scriptures.
Jesus, you love me too much. Oh.
Right, welcome back. It's maybe you're supposed to help me here. Like, you don't have that voice.
You're supposed to shout game day.
Game day! Wait for it to come
Okay, so we've got Gokulet in the house. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
What's the idea behind this Fulani hat?
The Fulani hat.
It's just to showcase Africa to the world.
Africa, Nigeria, that's
African
very nice.
heritage.
You speak Hausa or something?
No.
Okay,
just
you
like
don't.
that.
All right, good. That's nice.
Fulani hat.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, so we're going to do a movie guessing game. Now it's going to be open, so we'll just throw it out, and the person who gets the highest points at the end of the day is the one that's going to eat the food in the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's the thing. That's the
because
deal.
I'm interested in that.
That's the deal.
food,
If
so-
none of you lose, if it's equal, so make sure it's not equal. If it's equal, the one that eats the food.
Okay, so
that's
you're going to throw a question out, and we'll
the first person. So
Okay.
I'll just give you clues.
Yomi,
I'll just give you
congratulations,
clues.
Larry.
Madam, you have congratulated too much.
Let me congratulate
Wait, okay, so
what makes you think I watched that many movies?
all right. So it's
Okay, let's
movies,
see how it goes, yeah.
and I'll give them clues and the first movie and all that, and then the person that gets first answer gets that point, and then we move on from there.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
So let's go. Our first movie. Let's see. Our first movie stars Jamie Foxx. All of you know Jamie Foxx, right? Jamie Foxx. Not Jamie
At
Foxx.
least I know Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx.
It also stars Gabrielle Union.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx and Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union. You know Gabrielle Union. She just.
Any other clues? Is it a recent film? Is it a film?
It also stars Maurice Chestnut. So you see, when you have those three.
Can I use my phone?
Huh?
Can I?
No, you
I
can't.
don't
You
have
can't.
my phone.
So when you have
Card.
this thing, you know that there's comedy and you know there's love.
Yeah.
Comedy and love. Comedy and
Yeah.
love. Comedy and love.
Go like how far?
The title, does it have to do about love, kind of?
The title, there's something about rules in the title.
Rules.
Yes.
Wait.
Rules is the last word. Rules. That's the word the title ends.
Love rules.
Love kills. Love rules.
The rules of love.
They got the last one.
Okay, you
What's
said
the one? It ends with rules.
Breaking all the rules.
No.
Breaking all rules.
Yummy one. Blake breaking all the rules. That's it. Yummy
I
got
said
it.
correct, breaking the rules. He said breaking all the rules, and I quickly remixed it, so it's half. He gave the hint, I gave the answer.
1-0-0.
Baby.
It's a lie. He gave the hint,
Baby,
I
say you
gave
want
the
to start your
answer.
TV career, Abi. It's on this show.
It's me also.
Be there.
He
All
said
right, Yummy
breaking all the
number
rules,
one.
and I said
Number two,
breaking
let's
the
get
rules.
straight to number
Yeah,
two.
yeah.
Number two is a superhero movie. Number two is a superhero movie. Now, this movie stars Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Who's Chris Pratt again? One of the Chris's.
Go on,
One of
just
the
go on,
Chris-
just go on. Who else?
Google it, come on now.
Go
I
on.
hope there's Nollywood movie inside this thing,
Only
because
Chris
once
Pratt.
you say, imagine I say movie, this movie starts Kanayo. All the name, you know,
Is it
Richard was this
Avengers?
side.
Only Chris
Avengers.
Pratt.
No, not Avengers.
Only Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is in this movie.
Okay, who else?
Then who else?
Well,
There's something I want to say. If I say that one, you guys. Okay, so Zoe
Guardians of the
Saldana.
Galaxy.
Good.
What are you feeling?
Yummy, see,
I already congratulated you.
Yummy
I don't know why I'm
too.
here, sef.
That's true. Yummy should not be in this game. Yummy is actually a movie person, so Yummy should not be in this game. Guardians of the
I
Galaxy, he
should
got
have
it right.
been
He got it right.
the umpire for both of you.
He got it right. He
You
got it
guys
right.
watch movies
I was
a
going to
lot.
say something else. Okay.
So Yomi gets
Okay, so Will Smith is in this one.
Will Smith.
Maybe we get this one. Huh?
Bad boys.
You like
Will Smith is in this one.
Bad Boys from the 90s?
Huh?
Yeah, but there's a recent
Only
one.
Will Smith.
So Will Smith is in this one. He's the guy. He's the guy in this one, right? And so Will Smith is here. Kevin Kline is also in this one. And Kenneth Branagh is in this one. And of course, my screen crush. My screen crush. Olami, don't talk too much. Like you're hearing what you are saying. My screen crush is in this movie. Salma Hayek. That woman, she's 52.
With Will Smith?
Yes, with Will Smith.
So many movies.
Salma Hayek.
And what was the name of the other guy?
I can almost see the
Kenneth
movie.
Branagh.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm
Why
lost.
can't I remember the name?
This one go like it's like this movie. This movie is
Salma Hayek is in the film.
You're not here.
And Will Smith.
So what do you think now?
I mean,
It has.
So something about dating.
Where are you from?
Is it the film about dating?
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Lagos. I'm from Washington State.
Okay, so it's Western based. The title of the movie ends in West.
West.
Yeah.
Western World.
West what?
Westworld.
Westworld, no, Westworld is a series, not a movie.
Westworld.
Westworld is a series.
Wait, chill. West. It ends with West.
Ends with
L with
West.
West.
Wild West.
Wild West.
Yomi should just end this, please. Yomi should
Yomi,
leave
you
this
won now, it's
place.
correct.
Yomi should leave
As soon as you
this
said
place.
the title, the thing just clicked.
Yomi should leave this place.
I think
But what
it's
kind of movies do you
Westworld.
choose?
Salma Hayek in Wild West.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, okay.
So actually, to be truthful, I think Yomi has been watching more movies than me. So if it comes to that, yes, I think
I actually didn't know that. I
Yomi
got
should
that
not be in
right.
this thing.
They brought us
Maybe you
here
switch a
just
bit to
adorn
Nigerian
it,
movie.
so that Yomi
so
and
there's a
Mike
switch.
can play this.
If you can switch to Nigerian
Okay.
movies.
So switch to Nigeria.
Oh, let's do Nigerian movies, right? Okay, let's do Nigerian movies. So this one.
So
Hi,
Mary,
God, let me just call
This is
it.
where I am finally lost.
This one
You won't
stars.
give- you won't
This
give
one
up.
stars Kanayo. So you already have the idea where this movie is going. When you hear Kanayo,
Is it a Bulubembo?
when you hear Kanayo, this one stars Kanayo.
No, it was dressed in black.
There's black inside. Kanayo is in this movie.
Oh yeah, who
Then
else?
Patience was okay.
No pressure. Yeah, Patience was in this one. No. Eh?
Only
Okay.
okay in the
Is it a movie?
Okay, who else?
So we also have Bob Marley's in this movie also.
The film is
It's
old.
definitely spiritual. Go on.
It's definitely spiritual. Very spiritual, eh?
Hell yeah. What's the
Bob
last
Marley's in
one?
this movie.
Who else is there?
No, if I call that last name, I don't want to call that last
So
name.
what's the last two?
I don't know. I can't call that last name. Okay.
Spiritual Battles or
No, I don't want to call any other name. If I call it that name, they will know.
What's the title of the movie?
People should just give me an address.
now, we're
now.
not
Give me
giving
it.
this thing for English
Give us a
movies.
hint. One.
It's not. Is that Battlefield?
Battlefield.
Nigerian movie, Battlefield. You missed
yeah, no, what's the last word?
home video.
What's the
Nigerian
last
movie.
word?
Nigerian movie. Bondage.
Living in bondage. Abi, I don't know how to give myself. At least I know
I wasn't
bondage.
even.
There are so many
When you
bondage
said it, I wasn't
movies.
even sure.
There are so many bondage movies.
Okay, so are we doing another Hollywood? Let's
do one more. Let's do one more Nollywood.
If you say that Nollywood, there's hope.
There's hope.
Okay,
After
now,
I said bondage.
this one is the ultimate. This one is the ultimate movie. If Yomi does not get this one, Yomi's not eating the plantain. Even if he's leading, how many now? Yomi 3.
3. I've got 3 points.
Okay, you got 3. You got 3. You got 1.
He has
Go
two and a
collect.
half. I have one.
Maybe
and a
you-
half.
Two of those 3 are
you-
guesses, wild guesses. They were just wild guesses. Like I just said wild words because I thought, okay.
Yomi, you
West.
have half because the first one I gave the correct answer. You
Okay.
are cheating.
All right. So this is what happens now.
Recent film.
This one is. It's a superhero movie.
Okay.
Superhero movie.
It's a superhero.
Nigerian superhero.
Is it that Regina Daniel Spider-Woman or what?
Jim Ike.
No, there's one Regina Daniel Spider, but it's Batman Nigerian movie.
serious?
Yes, no. You've not seen it? Okay, so superhero movie.
Yeah.
God, I don't want to call some names. If I call this name now, this one stars. Yomi will get it. It's not
Go
fair.
ahead, let him win and let's
You
go.
can
to
take
Okay,
him
it
off the
stars. It stars.
Okay, I've
It stars
already-
Jeremy Irons. Yes, let me not call the other name because I call that name Jeremy. Yomi will get it. It stars Jeremy Irons.
That's tough.
Jeremy Irons is in this movie.
Who else?
Okay.
Look for somebody else to be.
I don't want to call. I don't want to call.
What's the last
It
one?
stars. No, I don't want to call. It stars.
Jeremy Irons.
It stars. It stars.
As
That's
a superhero. Like
it
an
stars
actual
Heath
superhero.
Ledger.
Superman.
It stars Heath Ledger.
Superman. No, Superman. No,
Batman.
It stars Heath Ledger.
Batman. Batman. And
It stars Heath Ledger. Okay, she was the closest to it. The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, yeah.
Of course, I said Heath Ledger, man. This was the ultimate Joker.
I wanted Mary to get it.
So no, it's the closest. Okay,
so we are equal. 2 and a half, 2 and a half.
But there's
That's
something,
2.5.
there's something I actually said. So we're going to the kitchen now. But there's something I actually said. I said if Yomi doesn't get this movie, he's not going to eat. And Yomi disappointed
No,
me.
we all know Heath Ledger was Joker.
And yes, and you know what I
I
call
was
that
just waiting
name.
for Mary to get it.
All right. Okay. So Yomi didn't win. We have to. Okay. We have one more. Let's take one more.
Okay, we have one more.
Let's take one more. Let's take
They
one
want to
more.
give Yomi the plate of food eventually.
Let's take one more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There are some
just trying
spiritual
to
forces working in your
help
favor.
me, yeah.
Okay. Now this one. Oh, if I just call this name, and people don't get it. I'm the one I'm going to eat the food. It stars Marlon Brando.
The Godfather.
It's me that's going to eat that food now. I am next. It's me that's going to eat that food now. Okay, yeah. All right. He did.
Please join us in the kitchen, Go Collect.
Please join us here. Go Collect. Don't mind us. Yomi was just.
This looks like a dinner for two.
So food isn't ready yet. We're getting ready for you. And so Mary has been in the kitchen and she's going to be talking to us about what she's been up to.
Breakfast is plantain frittata.
Oh, plantain frittata.
Yes, and as you can see, Valentine is coming 2 months earlier. Or should we call this a Christmas dinner?
Is this a tomato?
Yes, tomatoes.
Garnish.
Wow,
yeah.
That's tomato.
This is tomato.
Who cut it?
Wait, how did you do that?
Cut it up. She cut it
Please,
off.
you need to see this. You need to see this.
Yeah.
You need to see this.
Yeah.
This is
the tomato garnish.
This was designed by our chef. What?
Oh, can the camera see it?
Come on, you have to see this, man.
Look at that.
Look at this. Just zoom into this one. This one here. What? You did it yourself.
So this is a rose.
And the
some
frittata
garlic
as well.
bread on the side. And the
garlic bread.
frittata. Yes.
How do they make garlic bread?
Simply fry it in garlic. I think she'll let you
How do
tell
you
us.
make garlic bread?
Please go ahead.
Well, actually, when you after chopping your
Garlic,
garlic, yes, you mix it with oil or butter.
Or butter, okay.
And you rub it on your bread.
Okay.
So you put a pan. After rubbing it on your bread, you put a pan to heat the pan, which is your frying pan.
Okay.
So after that, now add your oil inside the pan. And place the
bread.
And
Nice.
this is also
Nice.
parsley.
Okay.
If you want to add parsley.
Okay, so
this is our guest.
Can try.
Even though you didn't win anything, being our guest means you still get breakfast.
Well,
and then our winner.
The winner as well. So let me have
Uncle, calm down. You answered the last one. You're the one that puts condition.
We have to go. A big shout out to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories, and of course, all our guests for coming today. Go Collect. Can you try? Let's see what you do.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you don't
so
eat
while
it.
Food triads dig in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Guys.
What are you feeling like? Will you cut and eat and let's go?
Is this how you guys do on the show every
yes,
time?
we treat our guests like this. Hurry up. People are vexing.
I should come every
Go Collect. What do you think about it?
Delicious.
Thank you. We'll see you on Monday for a fresh, wonderful new week
now the second
on Wake
guest,
Up Nigeria. Don't worry about your meal, Benny.
Wait, your meal is going to
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.